Hi, my name's John Cordy, and I know it might seem that it's all kind of glitz and glamour in the Cordy house. Hi, my name's John Cordy, and I know it might seem like it's all kind of glitz and glamour here in the Cordy household, and you know, I've got a reputation for being kind of fast and loose and a bit of a maverick, and today I was drinking from my Guitar Hour podcast mug. Finally, you know, the channel's, you know, where we're at, we're able to attract some really high quality sponsors for this stuff. Anyway, disaster struck, and I actually got that all over my new hoodie, and so coffee on there, and that's why this video is brought to you by Vanish Oxy Action. Bang and the dirt is gone, because that's not them, is it? No. Anyway, this video is about the HX effects. Cheers. Now anyway, this video is actually about the HX effects, which is not a new product, but it's one that I didn't have. I bought one recently because it came up online for about 260 quid, excuse me, and I thought I could try that, and I'd be interested to see if it does anything or brings out anything that I wasn't already doing with the HX Stomp or the Helix, and try and find out what its place in the Helix family is, and I'm pleasantly surprised. So let's go upstairs now. Right, so here's the HX effects. I've been interested in this for a little while, but I didn't grab one because I thought, I've got an HX Stomp, I've got a Helix, this is kind of the same thing, right? I know that I like those things or whatever, but it actually, you know, with the HX Stomp XL, this kind of made a bit more sense to me, and using two loopers at a time, something I've talked about. Whatever, anyway, I got an HX effects because I like the Helix stuff. And what this is essentially like an HX Stomp without the amp modeling. You also have 9 blocks, but it does work slightly differently. So this is your main kind of view. Well, that's good, that is. Your main kind of view, you've got 2 views actually, like the preset view, or you press mode, you get to this like pedal board view, where you've got switches that you can assign to do stuff, 6 switches. So at the moment I've got a drive, a delay, a 6-switch looper, which you know how that works, and an interval here for the freeze, all that sort of stuff. So it's a little bit different working with this because you've got like 6 small screens versus having 1 small screen, but actual proper screen on the HX Stomp. So it took a little bit of kind of getting used to. So over here is this signal flow mode, and you can sort of use this to go through your signal chain, which is shown across these 3 screens. So you've got 3 blocks potentially in each, and then you make edits from here. So it's kind of useful, kind of cool. Then other things I guess that are interesting, you can press with the capacitive foot switch and you can get through, and hold on, let me just go back to here. Like on here, if you hold on here, it kind of displays the parameters here, or like if I press on this one, and you can go across and do all of that stuff and change those things. At the moment I'm just going into my California Tweed. I'll just play some stuff. But I guess the cool thing is, because I'm not worried about the amp modeling, because I'm just going into my amp, I'm able to do some really cool things. So I've got a poly pitch here which goes up an octave or a fifth. And yeah, so that's doing the freezing stuff. It's also really nice to have the ability to turn on drives and stuff, as well as being able to do the looper. And also I can do snapshots. I haven't worked out how to do those yet on here, so that's another area where essentially I could have a whole bunch of other settings for this. Another cool thing is that if you've got the 6-switch looper running, it will save a loop. So hold on, let me just show you this. If I start a loop, so I'm going to start a loop here. So we've got a loop here. Let's just make it. It's a super interesting loop, I'm sure you'll agree. But if I go into preset mode, if I go up to another preset with a looper in it, it maintains that loop over it. And now I'm in a different preset, but I've still got the loop going, if that makes sense. So anyway, super cool, I think. So that's just some of the stuff that I'm messing around with at the moment. So I've got my kind of freeze presets. I'm also messing around with throwing things up an octave. And also there's going to be the shuffling looper, which I can check out on here. There's all the stuff that I love about the Helix, but now I'm just chucking it straight into the front of my amp. At some stage I might also check out a full cable method, but that's not what I'm doing right now. That would make sense to do if you were using like drive channels on your amp. Now obviously the HX Stomp can do a lot of what the HX Effects does, but it's limited to 3 buttons. The only other thing that I can think of that really could do the sort of variety of things like this is the Empress Zoya, which I've not got tons of experience with, but effectively that can do a lot of different things, but you don't have the ability to kind of have this really kind of cool pedalboard switching interface. So I think this is super powerful. Tom Quayle used one of these on his kind of world tour with the Ibanez stuff. There's for sure other people that are using them. I can totally see why you want this as a fly rig rather than taking around like an entire pedal board. And in a lot of ways this is for me a lot more powerful than any pedal board that I can build with the pedals that I've got. So super cool, I think. So I think these two are probably my favorite Line 6 products at the moment. In terms of what you get for the price, kind of unbelievable. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. If you like this sort of video, I don't know, playing guitar, talking about gear, lighting candles, then I guess you could like and subscribe. If you want these presets, they'll be in the freeze folder, or you can buy the everything bundle and you get everything anyway. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. These presets should work on an HX Stomp or Helix. So yeah, catch you in a bit. Cheers.